There we go, there we go. Good morning, chat. I'm assuming you guys didn't expect me to stream this fucking early. And you can kind of tell I'm like fucking tired right now because I am like sleep deprived, haven't drank anything. But I was thinking about we were gonna stream not yesterday, tomorrow, and we were just gonna do a more funny stream, just talk about YouTubers and, well, more so YouTubers I don't like make fun like someone like Review Tech USA, all that funny stuff right there. But some news just came out and fuck it, we might as well talk about it. I don't feel like making videos on... I don't feel like talking about Dragon Quest, like making videos on Dragon Quest. Just... because I think like Dragon Quest has become like poisoned. Like the whole conversation on Dragon Quest has been poisoned essentially just because of everything that's been talked about, and I like to ease off something until something cools down a bit. So that's why I was thinking, let's just do these fun live streams, just talk about YouTubers and all that funny shit. But anyways, let's read this article right here. We might do one tomorrow. And also, Dreamcast Guy, I know I said 500. I'm gonna move it up to 1,000 because ain't no fucking way I'm going to be paid $500 to watch, I don't know, fucking thousands upon thousands of videos of Dreamcast Guy. But anyways, let's read this article. The official X account, Koso Koso Hoso Kyoko, the radio show hosted by Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii and former Shonen Jump editor Kazuhiko Torishima, published a statement on October 3rd addressing the controversy surrounding a recently aired talk show. According to the statement, comments made by Horii and other participants were mistranslated and sensationalized by overseas media and social media users such as Elon Musk. The program in question is the creator's talk show hosted during the Tokyo Game Show 2024 and uploaded to YouTube earlier this week. The 90-minute long discussion, now unpublished, was originally made available only in Japanese, but a 2-minute excerpt from it was published to X, with English subtitles provided by a third party. And of course we can see that right there from good old Daddy Elon. The post containing Horii and other speakers' comments regarding changes made to Dragon Quest III Remake quickly gained traction and was picked up by the media, as Koso Koso Hoso Kyoko later reported. Even Elon reported the video. The post Musk shared to his followers included the headline, "Japanese gamers are frustrated at the forced ridiculous UN-driven globalist agenda compliance they have included in their game." In response to the resulting uproar, Koso Koso Kyoko shared the following on the afternoon of September 30th, Japan time. Mr. Musk reposted a video with English subtitles mistranslated of a program in which some of the members appeared. The following is a statement and request from the talk show's participants regarding the repost video and related media reports. And let me see if we can, because I do have the tweet right here and we can just go on and translate it. On the afternoon of September 30th, Japan time, Mr. Musk said regarding the controversy and related reposts regarding the reposting of an overseas news site that has reproduced a video with English subtitles mistranslated of a streaming platform in which some of the members appeared. A message and request from the performers to everyone. And then here's all the stuff in Japanese that maybe we'll go on and talk about. But anyways, let's continue on with this article here. The attached statement gives specific examples of mistranslations, such as Puritan being translated as sex education, and alleges that part of the comments made by the speakers have been deliberately cut out of context and quoted as if the speakers was expressing a negative opinion against a certain ideology or belief, and have spread in a way that is far removed from the truth, meaning the comments and the original content and message of video in question. In the statement, Koso Koso Hyoso Kyoku asked social media users and media to refrain from arbitrarily extracting parts of the comments and quoting them as comments that were in line with your opinions for the purpose of reinforcing the legitimacy of your own opinions. Whoa, that's quite a mouthful right there, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, it seems... Like, I mean, they're gonna re-upload it. Like, they're gonna, like, translate it in English with their official translation. Like, here's what I think's going on was... If they do, then it's gonna be obvious and people are gonna point it out. And, of course, that's gonna cause more of a shitstorm. I'll say this when it comes down to it. Is it mistranslated? I don't fucking know. I can barely speak Japanese. And people out there could go out and provide something else. But if they go out and cut it, then yeah, it's gonna look bad on fucking Koso Koso Hoso Kyoko. Like that's definitely bad on their part if they go out and cut stuff from the re-upload. But if it's simply just them translating, then it... retranslated, then perfectly fine. Like, then they're true to their word. But if it's noticeable that they went out and cut stuff from that interview, then definitely not a good look for them. And I know it sounds like, oh, I'm fence sitting here, but that's kind of just what it is right there. Because it seems like they only are... Like, based on what we're reading here, their only contention says, oh, this person said Puritan, when in reality they only said sex education. It doesn't really fucking mean much, because at the end of the day, they... Shut the fuck up. I am not fucking Dreamcast guy, but... But still, like, the thing is that if they go on and clip it, then yeah, that's proof right there that they're trying to spin and they're trying to deflect. But if they leave it as it is, just translate it in English, then I don't see a fucking problem here. And there's that one person that came out. Let me see if I can find them, but... Because the person that originally posted it went out and... Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's one thing, like, why they're making a big deal of it. Apparently they have, I guess they wanted to, who fucking knows? And let me just actually drink some coffee before we do anything else. Gotta start the day right. Because I think I saw something where... Because I know the person that originally uploaded that one clip segment of them talking went out and apologized and actually deleted their post. Yeah, who knows? Because also the other thing we need to understand is that Japan is ultra fucking litigious when it comes down to the one little minute detail. They love their lawsuits over in Japan if they know they can go out and litigate you. I mean, Nintendo was the prime fucking example right there. Because the one thing I've learned when it comes down to the internet and whatever is don't piss off a Karen, don't piss off a crazy mob, and definitely don't piss off a litigious Japanese company. Because I think, once the whole Elon stuff came out, where Elon was going on quote tweet and stuff, I think that's when Square decided to step in. I kind of feel that now is that Square stepped in and said, "Okay, this is getting out of hand right now. We need to go on and take control." Yeah, same here. I was like, it's like this is all crazy shit going on here, where things are potentially being censored now, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm buying the game. I'm trying to, because there was also another post from another speaker that, yeah, this woman right here, but this isn't the one that I was trying to look for, but let's read this one right here. Just over 2 minutes of the nearly 90-minute talk from the live broadcast program, he appeared on September 28th and was maliciously cut out of context by a third party, and English subtitles were added by another third party. It was an unthinkable mistranslation. On top of that, it was spread by mysterious overseas news sites and Elon, who followed the site and quoted and reposted it, and has continued to spread mistranslated and cut out state. It may just be a great story for the media and users who want to gain impressions, but the performers, it is not but unpleasant to have that part cut out, and in the original video, there is proper starting point for the conversation. Please do not spread malicious and cuts. This translation is fucked right here. Malicious mistranslations. The original video is currently not available to view due to the prevention of cuts. Yeah, I think they should be kind of lucky that there's some people out here that are like, bro, I've been waiting for this game 3 years and I don't give a fuck about the woke shit right here. I just want to go on and play the fucking game. And it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Because I'm just on the camp of, bro, I'll wait 3 fucking years for this. I'm excited for this. Oh, someone send me that. Thank you. But yeah, this one right here. I want to read this portion right here. I would like to sincerely apologize for the incorrect English subtitles created for Mr. Kazuhiko Torishima's statements. In the scene where he mentioned Puritan, it was mistakenly translated as sex education. This error was due to my mishearing. I deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused to all parties involved. Like it definitely, like it kind of feels like a almost intimidation tactic. I'm not gonna say exactly that, but it definitely feels like Square came in with the lawyers and said, "Hey, you better remove this shit right here, or else we're fucking suing your ass for mistranslation." And you know how Japanese courts work. Because I'll be honest right here. If Square found a way to go out and find something within like Yellow Flash's video or Smash JT or hell anything from Kabruta's own article, like I'm pretty sure they would be. I'm pretty sure they'll be writing up the papers and sending them over to those guys. and and just to be clear, I don't know. That's not me making any statements on Yellow Flash or Kubrudis or any of those guys. I've actually DM'd Kubrudis in the I've actually talked to Kubrudis in the past, like through DMs. I doubt he knows who I am with my fucking channel, but it has happened before. I have DM'd Kubrudis, just talked about random stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if Square found a way to go out and sue these fuckers, they probably would. And it seems like right here was Valued News. They probably saw some. They probably got an email from Dreamcast guy doesn't know anything Square Enix. The only thing he fucking knows is Final Fantasy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Valued News got a pretty threatening letter from from Square Enix that said that, hey, if you don't remove some stuff, we're suing your fucking ass. Is it right? Is it wrong? Who fucking knows? We'll see once the re-upload comes out. Was it quote unquote translated? Because like I said, if they just re-uploaded and it's just translated, nothing was cut out from the interview, then they did what they said they were, which was basically going out their way and retranslating the video. But if they go in and people go out and check some stuff here and there and they notice some inconsistencies, something inconsistent, then yeah, it was forged. It was forged, and we can clearly see it, and people are going to make videos about how they re-uploaded and it was forged. Because at this point, it's basically, we're basically in the situation of we're just gonna have to wait it out and see what happens. If they re-upload it and it's fucked, then yeah, it's fucked. If it's re-uploaded and they said what they were gonna do, then they were being honest with their word. Because we're just in that situation right now where we just need to wait and see what exactly happens here. And also, I just realized we got 11 people in the chat. What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a great morning here in California, if that's where you are. If it's in the middle of the day, great to have you here as well. If you're just somewhere else, great to have you here. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Like I said, if there's things that are clearly cut out from the video, then yeah, it's going. I wouldn't entirely say California is a goat state. I don't want to make this political here, but I might be swayed if someone pays me some super chats. But anyways, I might as well just play some games while we're here, because that's what we did last time, and let's do that again. Oh yeah, we do have the second channel, Royal Chats. but we'll see what happens there. Like I don't know, because I was more so envisioning Royal Chats to be kind of like Fratanga Plays, where I basically go on and make fun of YouTubers. But who knows? We'll see how that channel grows. It's going to be the more experimental channel. Yeah, I can also see that argument, like, oh, we want to remove the gender stuff and just move to the style stuff because we want to make sure everyone can wear whatever. Oh, that's not happening. I ain't collabing with RTU. Actually, you know what? Since we're here, we can. I said I was gonna like talk about this, and we might have fun because like originally the later stream I was gonna go on and talk about like YouTubers that and whatever. But we can have fun with this. Bro, when I found out that, like, because I don't know if you guys know this, I'm like an avid watcher of the Kino Casino. Love those guys. Love Andy. Love PPP. And then when they went on and talked about the whole PC laptop shit was Jay and whatever, I'm just like, holy fucking shit. Anyways, nice. Hope you're enjoying Joker 3. And also, in terms of my thoughts on the Paul brothers, Jake Paul, not too strong opinions. Fuck, I'm like forgetting shit right now. This is what happens when you stream so fucking early in the morning. Logan Paul, hope he gets fucked in court, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get fucked by the courts when CoffeeZilla brings out the evidence. But anyways, let's go watch this documentary, and then if you guys have Dragon Quest questions, we'll go on and I'll go on and answer them when. Now let's go on and watch this. We'll have fun, and if you have a Dragon Quest question with all the stuff that happened recently, shoot a chat right here. I'll answer it while we watch this review tech documentary.
Ever thought about how insane it is to actually get a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? That's a milestone the vast majority of content creators on YouTube will never come within arm's reach of. And people don't really put respect on it like they used to. The average person has at least a dozen million-plus channels in their subscription feed by now. It's not like back in the OG days.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Guys like Fred were the big boys on the block. Now you got Titan-sized mega channels like Mr. Beast walking around.
I don't think there will ever be a Dreamcast guy documentary, because really, what's really there to document other than him smoking meth and chilling for PlayStation, or making shit up, or being friends with a guy who plagiarized shit on IGN. There's not really much on him. He's like the definition of a boring ass dude.
But let's keep things in perspective here. Only 2% of authors who submit their manuscripts will get published. Only 1% of people who contract pancreatic cancer will survive a decade. Only 0.03% of content creators on YouTube will ever make 1 million or more subscribers. You literally have a better chance of surviving the deadliest version of cancer than you do of getting a sub count with at least 7 digits. Even with modern sub inflation factor, getting a million-plus subs is still a very big dick behemoth worthy accomplishment.
Damn.
You are officially in the I won the game of YouTube club if you manage to pull that off. Which makes it all the more fascinating when you find.
And I guess while we were here, like in terms of my
like Review Tech USA's, and watch them die in real time. Oh sure, an ancient YouTube channel like Fred's.
Well, that's if I go on and buy a fucking soundboard. I do.
When Fred was still.
In terms of like recent animes I watched, I saw Aliyah-san. That was pretty good. I do want to watch Uzumaki because one of my friends has been watching that. Says he really enjoys it. I'm either going to with Uzumaki wait for all the episodes to come out and then watch it during Halloween because that definitely seems like a good Halloween binge. But yeah, in terms of the recent animes like from this year, really is just Aliyah-san. Though I used to watch One Piece, now I just read the manga because better to read One Piece than to watch it. Haven't seen ReZero. There's like a bunch of animes that I haven't seen, but I will. But if you make a recommendation for me, I probably would go on and watch it.
Been uploading recently,
and actually, now I think about it, like, if the copyright shit wasn't so fucked on YouTube, like, I probably would have done live streams where I just watch anime and just talk with you guys, if I'm being honest. I know a bunch of people who watch Monogatari. I haven't had the time to watch it. And the funny thing was, like, earlier this year, I was trying to make an attempt to watch anime that I haven't watched yet. Like, I tried watching K-On! But I couldn't, like, get past, like, the second episode. But yeah, there's like some animes that I just need to make a better effort to watch. Anyways, let's continue on with the stock.
Videos that have broken 500,000 views recently and whose channel still continues to die an agonizing death.
And yeah, talking about like my experience with Review Tech USA, I think I heard about him like in 2012. I don't fucking remember, but I definitely remember him in 2013 when like the Wii U was like doing dog shit. I think like I was like watching Shokyo at the time.
That Review Tech USA's channel has been dying for years, and what we're witnessing
and then that's how I heard about Review Tech USA. It was either like from the Blackbuster Critic or Shokyo.
It is now getting his.
And then the first set of drama I remember from Review Tech is of course the camcorder shit, where he was like begging for a camera.
From the inside out. Don't believe me? Well, if you've got the time, I've got the receipts.
Like, I don't know, like it was an interesting concept for K-On!
As time moves forward, we get
so far
removed from certain
like I just wasn't getting into it.
That are taboo now used to be pretty common back in the day, like monarchy, slavery, child labor, and most of Review Tech USA's content actually involves.
Anyways, I'm gonna change the video title just to let people know that.
Okay, here's what comes in the packaging. You get the game console itself, 2 infrared wireless controllers.
Now, even back then, when Rich's internet alias wasn't a suggestion at best, his first video on YouTube had nothing to do with reviewing any tech at all.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Rich of Review Tech USA.
There
and
we
this
go.
is a response to Deadman7257 on what makes gamers different.
Still, this was a very straightforward YouTube channel. Console reviews, reviews of computer parts, going over specs for new consoles, and some miscellaneous gaming news spliced in between. You know, just a basic tech channel. And his initial slow growth reflected that too. Just breaking 300 subscribers was worth celebrating.
Special day.
I have a Dreamcast.
Special.
I actually do like the console.
Because I got to bring these games back for the Atari 2600.
I do own the Dreamcast. Very easy setup, like with the VGA ports, and you get like a really damn good quality video. If you plug it through OSSC, or if your monitor or TV has a
Just take
OSSC.
a peek at the most popular vids of Rich's channel in 2012. What do you see? Clickbait, politics, videos that aren't related to tech or gaming news at all, and oh, this little masterpiece right here. Xbox
Yeah, that's kind of what.
Smaller, more affordable than Xbox 360.
Yeah, I see more fucking palm trees than fucking bears. Now I think about it, because our flag's the fucking bear,
hot left out
And other than going to the fucking zoo, I've never seen a fucking bear before in California in the fucking wild. I never bought an Ouya. Like I remember people talking about it, and I was like,
remember crying to your mom that your big bro wouldn't let you play on his Xbox 720. Well, that's because it didn't exist. It was one of those mythical speculation concepts
like
that
I just looked at it, I was like,
rumors about back in the day.
I don't really have a reason to go and buy this fucking console. And even then, I was like trying to like damage control for my fucking Wii U. Like if you guys, well, obviously you guys don't know, but yeah, I like used to be like a huge defender of the Wii U back in the day. That's true. That's true. At least you get games that are worth a damn on the PS5 over the fucking Ouya.
Which itself admits in the first sentence
like
that everything he's saying about the new
like when people found out it was like a Android-based console.
So the source for the source,
and basically that basically meant you're going out and just playing Angry Birds on a console or some other gotcha bullshit game. Like obviously that's when the concept of the Ouya died down. Like it was like, oh, we're just going to be making Android apps compatible with this console here.
It must have been a tough crowd because the comments have been shut down for almost as long as the video's been up. Obviously the video itself's never been taken down, because that would have fucked up with the ad revenue and algorithm. And if there's one thing you're going to learn going forward, is that Rich hates leaving any money on the table. Now, you might
and that is true right there. Rich has always been a guy who's known to like try to grab money and like grub money.
It's not about the video itself. It's about what it represents.
Yeah.
This wasn't just the first video.
You know, the funny thing was that I have a video in mind for the Stadia, and it was Dragon Quest related, where I would talk about the one version of Dragon Quest 11 you can't play anymore, and that's the Stadia version. And I thought, you know, it'd be a funny video for me to go on and talk about this right here, and like, yeah, you can't play this version of Dragon Quest 11 anymore, but really, who gives a fuck?
It was the first to crack over 500,000. His first real viral video.
Like, and I was gonna like talk about like how good of a version the 11S was on fucking Stadia. But obviously, it's more so a video. Just like, I'll upload that version video whenever.
And when people started calling out how goofy he looked, rather than own up to it, he fought niggas in the comments for a while before shutting them down entirely, because he didn't want his lazy, viral, clickbait ass slop of a video to be besmirched by valid critique.
Yeah, basically.
The clickbaitiness, the reliance on rumors and speculation.
Well, the question is does the Stadia version have like graphical options? Because if it has graphical options, it's basically just a PC port of the game. If it didn't, then most likely they basically based it off the Xbox One X version.
As many of you know, I just started a new job, and not even a month into it, I was laid off.
Well, technically, he was employed because he still had YouTube, which, according to Rich, was the most reliable job and paycheck he had had since he first started his channel in 2009.
I haven't had a
But yeah, I did buy the Stadia version just because I was like, because that was when I was like, okay, I have 11S on Switch, and then I bought it on Xbox, and I decided to buy it on PlayStation just for the sake of collecting it.
But I'm going 110% with this, with YouTube.
Probably Jump Force.
It's when I put more work in, I get
because
more
at least there's anime characters in that. There's at least Luffy in there. There's at least Goku.
Our guy locked in and amassed over 10K subs in the half a year between him getting laid off from IBM alone. He even finally did a face reveal as he was approaching 16K subs.
I see.
Oh, hi there.
Credit where credit is due. Rich
And I
was
just
getting it in. And then in
okay, that's a more strong.
Now removed video on his channel just called
I don't fucking know. Maybe the Avengers. Fuck. It's just like
it was literally just
it's like the better question would be coin flip toss, and then it lands on heads or tails, and then that's what I have to play.
Island is a brilliant idea, and me simply looking to raise a small amount of cash.
Probably Babylon's Fall, because
so
I think aside from the fact that the game was, because I know the game wasn't that good, but it was just
I'm going to go about this the old-fashioned.
I'm more willing to try out a game from
Need
Platinum
a camcorder
than.
for the show, straight up. So what I'm asking for.
Oh yeah, the fucking camcorder shit. So yeah, this is the first controversy thing I knew about Review Tech USA was the camcorder. I never saw the video where he was like begging for the camcorder. I was like, please guys, I need help. I need my fucking camcorder, guys. Oh, I really want to go on and do all these videos, do all these funny skits. What's the video? And I was like,
Donation.
like quite honestly, it's a case of like,
Give $2. I want to try to raise $500.
if you want fucking money, just tell people, bro, I want fucking money.
Or something basic, clean, 1080p, so I can improve my channel.
Oh, that's the Jim Ryan quality right there.
Not for him to buy himself a camera with the money he obtained from working and putting out videos. Nah, this nigga wanted to crowdsource some new equipment for nothing extra in return for the audience. Oh wait, no. Rich said he was going to donate some of it to charity.
Oh, that's that's the other part. It's like, oh yeah, well, once I get all this money back, and afford my camcorder, I'll also pay the same amount of money to charity. It's like, why are you overcomplicating this fucking shit right here? Like if you're broke and you don't have money and you want to go on and buy something, there's nothing wrong saying, I want money. Oh, that's if I can find the fucker in LA. Because I think that guy's like hiding somewhere in the LA metropolitan area, and I doubt he's gonna respond to a fucking email because that guy learned his lesson was fucking Carl Jobs and Mudahar. But I could do like a little fun thing where I scour fucking LA just to find that fucker. Potentially get mugged by homeless people.
Like Rich, you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. A year from that day that I hit the 500, I will donate $500 out of my own money.
But then again, I don't want to get fucking mugged and.
Charity of your choosing. Period.
Rich, why didn't you just give your audience a link and encourage them to donate to the charity directly? Yeah, Rich didn't think this one through, either out of ignorance or because he was so greedy in the moment that he just didn't care. Like, a fan donating a camera to him would have been less sus than him just e-panhandling like a...
But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to finish up the whole doc. Because I have stuff to do later on today, like around 9 o'clock. But we're gonna watch parts of this and then...
Blackbuster critic and Rich had bumped heads a few times...
And before I talk about BBC, but yeah, what I'm probably gonna do, like, get to that, like, the halfway point, and then we'll reconvene tomorrow and watch the rest of it. But yeah, Blackbuster Critic is the fucking goat. I love this guy. Like, it kind of sucks that he doesn't make videos anymore because of how his job is and he has a kid, which, fair enough.
What's going on, guys? This is your Blackbuster Critic. And I'm here to
Alright, take care,
review
Cedric.
of a camcorder that I recently bought. A Sony HDR.
I miss that guy too. I miss you,
And let
guy.
me tell you right now, it is a phenomenal camera. And I bought this with my own money. How about that? I didn't have to come onto YouTube and make a video.
This video was just like, damn. Like, went out and just roasted felt to this fucker. This fat sack of shit fucking Review Tech USA.
My own equipment. So if there's something I need, I have the pride, the self-respect, and the work ethic to go out, work the extra hours, and make the money to buy the product that I feel that I need. I am not
Unpopular opinions on anime.
for money for something that I'm going to own. That's no shot at anyone in particular.
Now,
Let me think here, because I haven't been keeping up with the latest animes other than Alya-san. And probably One Piece. But I do think, like, when people think about, like, how aesthetically pleasing anime is, and this is just coming from someone who's taken an animation class and knows how, like, things move in 2s, 3s, and 1s. Anime, more so in the visual sense, is pleasing when it comes down to what you see color-wise. It's not so much pleasing in terms of how things move. move entirely. Like, if you compare, like, the most visually pleasing thing produced in Japan versus, I don't know, like a Tom and Jerry short, you can tell there's a clear difference of what Japan prioritizes over what we prioritized back in the day was traditional animation back in the day. But that's my one hot take on anime. But that's just coming from like an animator's perspective.
Once in his video, he wouldn't even mention them in the description or in any of the tags. But Rich, unable to resist some fresh BBC.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Like his family fucked him hard, like because I think his dad's still running those golf tournaments, and his gas stations are still doing fine. Which, to be fair, like a person going to the fucking gas station doesn't give a fuck about some fucking person on YouTube. They're just there to go on and fill up their fucking gas.
And debate it live on Skype.
Again, the Blackbuster critic never said Review Tech's name. So why did Review Tech automatically assume that he was talking about him?
Unexpected development here. But already this particular person has admitted defeat. He fell into a very classic trap. There's a reason why I mentioned no names in my previous video. You know why? Because the guilty party will...
I think like the best thing for a completionist thing, if I manage to get in contact with him, is an interview. Like, ask him about Open Hand, ask him about G4,
I didn't mention his name, and nowhere in my tag,
and just ask him about all these things right there.
in the suggested videos, he's not
But
there.
if he's...
During this drama,
And then afterwards we do the Dragon Quest video. But I think I will also want to talk to Greg.
the mysterious flag
Like, I will also like to want to talk to him and just ask him about his feelings on Gerard and whatever.
Down by Flaggots.
For some reason, several individuals who've been super
But
critical of Rich have
But I
ended up
doubt
with
Gerard
the
would ever
Gmail
want to
struggle.
do that kind of video.
Now, is it just a weird
Who
coincidence?
knows?
Let's put it aside for right now. We'll be getting back to it later. Rich swore up and down that he didn't scam anyone. It wasn't a grift because he was donating part of the money he was getting to charity. I want to ask the audience that's familiar with Review Tech USA's content real quick. Can any of you recall any other occasion where Review Tech USA did anything for charity? Like anything at all. I can only think of one other time, like a decade after this, where Rich said he would donate to charity if he failed to meet his obligations to his audience.
Also, I guess I should mention this. I did apply for a review code for another game. If I do get approved, I'll let you guys know what it is. But
yeah, he really used
I should mention
donating
that.
to charity as a punishment to himself. And it actually turned out to be a punishment because when some of his fans...
if that's the case right there, I probably would turn down the video, because the one thing that's more important to me is interviewing Gerard, getting his perspective on Open Hand, stuff like G4 and whatever.
Donated are cool with it, then whatever. Just don't make promises that you will donate.
Fucking core is Rich is watching TYT and Anna Kasparian. Fucking
To charity and not follow through with it. That's my only criticism.
You know, there's people out there, fucking kids.
Like, this is the other thing I don't get from people, is like, if your start on YouTube wasn't political, you weren't talking about politics, but then all of a sudden you want to go out and start talking about politics and just watching people who actually have like pretty extreme views, either on the left or right. Like, obviously, there's gonna be people who drop out because they ain't watching you to go out and talk about fucking politics.
Spot here you go. Here is 1530 that I donated. So suck my fucking dick. So there it is. You see it here? I'll zoom in real fucking close. Here, just so
I'm gonna
you
save
can
it for now.
see.
Like,
Just so you could fucking.
we'll see
read
how it works out.
Fucking brain dead loser virgin fucking retards who have nothing else better to do.
Whoa, Rich.
He doesn't care about charity. He only
Whoa, Rich. You said you call people the R word. You call people retards. And seeing how you tend to view things, lean on things, don't you think that's a little offensive to certain people?
up the charity so he could get some good boy points to leverage against the fact that he was e-begging for a $500 camera that he was going to get a tax write-off for anyway, along with a tax write-off.
I can probably say it, but but maybe some things are left for a surprise.
You guys gave him a tax write-off for the charity.
So in the end, there will be no hole left in his pockets from any of this. All the actual investments came from his fans.
There's a reason why he didn't debate me. A very good reason.
Oh, and let's not.
But yeah, I miss the
During
Blockbuster
this
critic.
whole saga, Rich made a video
This
of
dude just
buying some
made fun of
from
pe
Newegg.
people like
Oh,
Christian,
Newegg,
and it also made people like
Now, I
like
will
Review
say,
Tech.
The issue I'm about to talk about was resolved, but it was after I screamed like a lunatic and was raging.
He pissed and cried.
I mean, can he really go back to his 1 million sub channel? Because he, like, because of all the shit that's came out this month was Jay, Kino Casino, and now the June the King doc. Like it's the same situation as Gerard. Like, if he just goes on and uploads like nothing fucking happened, people are gonna say, "Hey, you screwed over Jay. Hey, you got felted by the casino." Or, hey, what do you think about June the King?
At some point.
That's kind of the situation he put himself in.
Actually got him a refund and all of his money back. Can you guess how much it was?
Okay, this is a $450 freaking card.
$450. Damn, that's only $50 short of the camera he had to panhandle for.
Apparently, oh yeah, like I remember watching this from the doc, like where he was like complaining about where he got like I think he got like the 870 or whatever, and then he really wanted the 880. If you haven't watched Kino Casino, like they're like Andy Worski and PPP, those guys are like legitimately fucking funny. Like obviously they lean one certain way, but they're actually like pretty funny to watch.
Quit his day job around the same time and become a full-time YouTuber?
So holy shit. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think to say to start this video off with. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing Review Tech USA full time.
Huh. Maybe Rich wasn't actually doing that bad. Maybe he was greatly exaggerating the state of his finances and using charity to grift some sympathy bucks from his audience. And you know what the worst part of all this was? He ended up going back to just using gaming footage for most of his videos anyway. He didn't even use the camera. Nigga, what was even the point of you getting the camera in the first place? Now, fortunately for Rich, he got away.
Yeah, that's where the real content is right there.
Even the
Dreamcast guy,
flag got swept
modern
under the
vintage
rug.
gamer,
Just like with the
who
Xbox
went out
320 video, all
and
Rich
made an
did
outrage
was
video
use
about
the
Switch
way
not having
he
backwards
was
compatibility,
and
and
still
it seems like he's
suffered
getting
zero
felted on that.
actions that he could get away with straight up scamming even his own fans. And when you look at it like that, it really does explain where his mind was during the next.
But yeah, that's where the quality content is right there.
So it's 2014, the first year where Richard Masucci finally got to be Review Tech USA for the full 365 days of the year, with no bullshit 9 to 5 taking up his valuable time. Surely with all this extra time to dedicate to his craft, he could focus 100% on bringing us the highest quality content with some actual research behind it, right?
Like look at the design of the fucking Switch. Of course you can't slap a disk drive in there. Like,
in early 2014, Rich got into some hot new drama.
like what the fuck are you huffing right there?
Gaming news site called
Like,
PlayLessons.com.
I get it. Like, I get they could have done something better to go out and like and give early adopters of the Wii U some deal for double dipping on the Switch version of the game, but still, like, are you that fucking retarded to think that? Oh yeah, it's that simple to go out and insert a disc into the fucking Switch. It's fucking stupid to think that.
Because they kept removing articles linked there that kept saying that Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata should have been fired.
I haven't done a video like this in a while, calling out a website ever since DualShockers back in the day.
But yeah,
But I love to do it though, because when these guys, I'm a professional journalist, even though I have a hardcore bias and will ban anyone from hurting.
but yeah, when it comes down to MVG, like I get like he has like connections. He works for limited run games. He's like an actual developer and stuff.
This guy Furious Francis.
But this dude, but this dude is
He also confesses that his information on the subject.
But when you're like making these claims right here and you're trying to like use technological backgrounds or whatever, but then reports come out that it has backwards compatibility and whatever, it's just like it's pretty fucking clear that you're trying to outrage farm. Like I don't know, that's just my take right there.
Came from a trustworthy source, a fellow YouTuber named Black Bomb.
So this is kind of an off-the-cuff video that I wasn't even going to make tonight, but I saw a Black Bond's video. Shout out to Black Bond.
Oh yeah, Black Bond, the guy who basically just made most of his money back in the day, trashing on Wii U and whatever.
I mean, like, honestly, you would make a video bashing the whole website because of...
I do like some of their analysis on games. Like, I don't really care when they do their podcast and give their takes. I care more so when they like look at the game and make analysis and see how the game performs. But whatever takes they have on their podcast, I don't know too much because I don't watch them. I only watch them for like their analysis on game that I'm interested in and whatever. But if it's true that they're like ponies, and surprise, surprise, surprise to no one.
Hardcore bias. The only issue is this. As a professional journalist, okay, I have to seek the truth and report it. It seems like you're...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, young OJ, a young player essence, when he was pretending to be a milquetoast person trying to go on report on the news and play damage control for Nintendo, which he technically still does nowadays. And man, player essence is another can of worms to talk about, and also someone that I don't fucking like.
I don't want your opinion on Iwata posted on my website, which is my deal. So before you sit down and you make a video about something,
if there's a reason to like PlayStation, but there's really no reason to follow those guys.
What you're talking about, otherwise you look stupid.
Rich never responded or owned up to the slander he made against Player Essence. He just ignored it.
The dude like goes out and argues with people 24/7 on fucking Twitter. Like I literally like when you look at his replies, he's out there like arguing with someone about Nintendo. He's arguing with someone about Pokemon, or he's arguing about someone about like an RPG that he's gassing up.
He just means some dude. It could be a bum playing on his Nintendo Switch in a dumpster feeding him this info. And this is what leads him to say stupid shit. Like when he said the PS4 would have worse graphics than the Xbox.
Oh yeah, this...
Because Sony had bad network infrastructure?
This fucking video right here. I remember watching this and I initially believed in fucking Rich.
I'm just gonna call them little birds. I can't even give you their gender, but I can give the information out. Some of it could be inaccurate, but from the sources that I got it from, I don't think they are, but I'm saying that more so just as a disclaimer. Now, you know about the whole debacle with Call of Duty Ghosts, how it's supposedly 10
Like, I remember watching this, I was like, damn, this must be true right here. If he's not telling the source and whatever, and he's talking about... And he's talking about the PS4 having DRM, and it's just like, oh damn, that's crazy right there, but then like when it came out and there was none of that, I was just like, wow, well, fucking liar.
720p on the Xbox One.
Thank God for PC. Like, I've stopped gaming on PlayStation. Sucks for the people who still game on PlayStation. But that console, that PlayStation life is not for me anymore. I game on PC and sometimes on my Switch.
Versions of Call of Duty Ghosts is GIMP because their network infrastructures are
that's fucked right there.
Rich from ViewTech USA. Why in the fuck would you say something so fucking stupid? Your sources are fucking dumb as fuck. Okay, I don't know who these sources are. Madonna.
I think more on my Series X, quite honestly. Like, last month, definitely more on my PS5 because Astrobot. But usually in a year, like, I go back to my Xbox to play Sonic Unleashed.
was
and
so
then, or if a
nice.
game comes on the Game
Something to
Pass,
keep in mind
and
here.
I don't feel like downloading it on my PC, I just load up my Xbox and mess around with it there. Like for example, when like Crash got brought over to the Game Pass, I just went on and messed around with Crash on Xbox.
Now you might say, Mikey, that was just a camera, and his fans volunteered.
It's the only W they have this year. Like Helldivers used to be a W, but then they fucked it up. Concord is a $400 million disaster,
Was a scam.
He stole $200.
and who knows what's gonna happen with PS5 Pro.
Too much. I think we all know by now. But yeah, he stole. He ripped off Big Cheese. $200.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you own a business or a brand, make sure that.
Oh yeah, Big Cheese. This is like the movement that made me realize, like, yeah, Review Tech USA is a piece of shit.
I supported his channel. I appreciated everything that he has done for me as far as my YouTube channel. There was no problems with this guy until money was.
I actually have Crash 4 on my Xbox because I actually was planning to buy the Series X back in the day, and I was like, Crash 4 was coming out. I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what, I'll just get it on Xbox. And keep in mind, that was around the time when they didn't have any plans to bring Crash 4 over to PC.
Gaming and commentary channel sees an opportunity for some mutual back scratching.
A while ago, he was asking for a computer. I seen on July. Yeah, July he was asking for a computer. I hit Rich.
But yeah,
up, I told
the
him,
Big
I
Cheese
like
stuff
it.
was
If you would like
insane.
it. He was asking, well, what is the spec? Well, I sent him the specs. He liked it, so I sent it his way. And I didn't ask for no money in return. I just asked him, okay, could you put up my...
And speaking about, when I was talking about Crash on Xbox, I was talking more so the Insane Trilogy. But I have the Insane Trilogy on PC, and also I did buy it on PS4 back in the day because it was initially exclusive to PS4 before being ported over to other consoles.
A nice laptop he had. Big Cheese
Ironically enough, I don't own Insane Trilogy on Xbox.
The deal was quickly
Like
made.
a physical copy. Like I have it on PS4, I have it on Switch, I have a PC version, and technically Insane Trilogy is on Game Pass, so that's how I played it on Xbox.
And I hit him up. I said, I got a desktop for you if you want one. He was like, send me the specs and I'll check it out. So he saw the specs. He was like, okay, cool, send me one. I said, okay, well, in order for me to send you one, okay, let's do some business.
And just a week later, Rich decided it'd be nice if he had a mini desktop for a certain room in his house. Big Cheese happened to have one with specs Rich liked, so they made a new deal. In exchange for the computer, Rich would give Big Cheese another 3 months of promotion at the end of every video.
He said, okay, I'll put you in the end of every video for 3 months straight. And this started in July 23rd to be exact.
Now here's where the bullshit starts.
Well, the videos had stopped September 24th. So on my part, he wasn't living up to his deal. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll say this in terms of the Big Cheese stuff. Like, the deal that Rich made to Big Cheese was stupid. But the thing is that he was the one that made the deal about the $200 and whatever.
Big Cheese's Halo Master Chief giveaway on September 9th, which Big Cheese sent him all the links and details for.
The link to the giveaway, I sent him the information, all that he needed on September 7th. The next day, I hit him up again, said, did you get my giveaway? He said, no, I didn't. Send it again. So I sent it again. He said, I will post the contest tomorrow. 9 days later, I hit him up asking, what's the update? He was like, oh, snap, I totally forgot about the giveaway. He also stated, since I wasn't able to do the giveaway for you, I'll make a dedicated video for your channel. Still waiting on that video, Rich. Where that though?
So after
If I had to guess, it's probably because Precarious Visions is now under Blizzard, and that would mean getting Precarious Visions or whatever is left of them to go back and make a native Series X and PS5 version. And I'm guessing from Microsoft and Activision's perspective, they probably just think, nah, it's not worth the investment to go out and make a dedicated Series X and PS5 version. It sucks, but it's whatever.
I said, you know what? How about 3 advertisements per week and $200? And he was like,
though I also don't understand why they can't just do the FPS boost on Insane Trilogy.
Bro, you won't believe this, but Review Tech USA didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And what Rich did that would haunt him for years to come. is that he didn't want to pay Big Cheese his $200.
Then the following week, which the 10th is coming up, I hit him up. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, what's going on? I was like, you know, just making sure that everything is in the place. He was like, I put one of your advertisements up. I was like, I'm not talking about the advertisement, I'm talking about the payment today.
So this is like funny stuff right here for fucking Rich.
So he was like, I give you a 6-month promotion, but not a payment. If that's the issue, that's no problem. I send the PC back to you. So he said, well, if it's an issue, I will pack up the PC and send you a shipping invoice. Honestly, no hard feelings. Wait, what? I'm like, I agree to your terms of 3 advertisements per week and $200. 3 ads for 6 months. So he states, I don't see how I can justify paying you $200 plus give you months of
I
promotion.
guess we got some sales numbers for Echoes of Wisdom. Apparently, week 1 sold 200K.
Because it really is the embodiment of this lazy, greasy, Italian jar of greed built motherfucker. So companies are paying you thousands a month, Rich, but you can't give this nigga Big Cheese $200 motherfucking dollars. You explicitly promised you to give him.
Let me pull up something. Apparently, Yuji Horii made a statement on this, like on his own personal account. Let's take a look at that. Yuji Horii. Let's see here. No, that's not it. Okay, I'll see a statement from Horii. Let's get back to making fun of Rich and his
Rich was just being a greedy bastard by reneging on this deal
and his bad business practices.
Literally all the money for himself, or he was capping like crazy about how much he was
I like the
actually
game.
making. And
Like
$200 really was an
like the
earth-shattering
PS5.
amount of
I can see
money.
the PS5 right here because
know
it's still
Rich,
hooked up.
But I do know that Rich is very
Wasting
sensitive
energy for me,
whenever
but
his financial situations get brought
But yeah, it
up.
wasn't that
So I
dusty
told him, I
because
said,
I
"It's
keep
messed up
my
how
room
you can
pretty
just flip
pretty
things
clean.
At the last minute. Matter of fact, on the last day, on the day of the due date, I told him, I said, I apologize if you're going through a financial crisis, but when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me. First off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we are calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say something really nasty, bite your tongue. You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. You know, the half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do.
I love how. Let's go.
Flipped on me. First off, no.
I love this part right here where he's just like, where Rich goes out and acts like a mafioso, like a mob boss going on saying, "Hey, I'm the tough guy right here. You know I agreed to $200. You ain't getting $200 back, Big Cheese." Oh.
Financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product.
Yeah, that was funny stuff right there. Seeing that price and it was like $700, and then I realized it's also digital fucking only.
You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. You know, the half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do. Did review tape just go full retard?
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, like his fucking profile pic being like fucking Mr. Horse from Ren and Stimpy. Like,
wow, what's going on with Rich?
Like,
in the end, Rich ended up paying way more than he bargained for. After his scum bummery was made public to the world, he initially tried to fire back at Big Cheese, but it didn't go over well with his viewers. So Rich went with his go-to strat when the chips were down. He left it alone and waited for things to blow over again. But it wasn't going to work so well this time. Nah, this time, Rich had some real shit in his hands, because this drama of his, as short as it was, gave birth to a self-righteous band of trolls.
Yeah, legit. It's just like,
less of the dream job that Rich
it just feels like ultra scumbag shit right here. I get inflation's the thing, and yeah, the Big Cheese Crusaders. But yeah, I get like inflation's a thing now, and you can't really drop the price like you used to.
Were founded for the sole quest of
But still, it's like,
wrongs of Cheddargate and making sure
like who in their right mind wants to pay $700 for that? Like, obviously we've seen people online like trying to gas up how they pre-ordered this shit already.
Pay what you owe.
Now I say allegedly.
But yeah, the Big Cheese Crusaders, this was the craziest right here. Like, I actually, like, followed this story right here with them. Like, I watched Review Hell USA, I watched RTU Critic.
What Crispus Attucks was to the American revolutionaries. Like, you really think the colonial Americans gave that much of a fuck that some nigga got blickied by the British? Furthermore, a lot of the A-logging shenanigans of the BCC really didn't jive with their just cause of helping a poor black man get his hard-earned money. Even after Rich and Big Cheese broke bread and made amends with each other, they still didn't stop.
I am here today with Big Cheese VG. This is actually a pretty.
But yeah, I think this was like the first like detractor stuff that like I like explicitly followed. I knew like the Kojima Warrior stuff was DSP was a thing, but this was the one that I actively followed was Review Hell USA and RTU Critic.
BC Crusaders. That's what they call themselves. How the hell you crusading me? But they call themselves the BC Crusaders. They spam DDoS my Twitch page, a bunch of followers with my home phone.
That was funny stuff right there.
And my mom has cancer, and then says I have your mailing address and stuff.
That was like legit funny stuff where like his mom came in and was like, "You gotta take care of your no, mom. I'm trying to sell DSP. No."
When I informed the dude, okay, how do you have my address? I only posted my PO box. He posted my real address on Twitter.
Like he was more concerned about going on like making fun of DSP over like taking care of his fucking kid.
Either like it did before, some troll with a Review Tech USA parody account will pop up in his comment section and mock whatever dumb
Like,
shit
it's like-
he had to say. If he said
Like if you're a grown fucking adult and you have fucking kids and you have responsibilities,
the trolls would have
attend to your fucking responsibilities. Like it's not a hard fucking concept.
Tragically for the Big Cheese Crusaders, they fell victim to one of the most insidious of
Like I know we're
all
not,
vices.
I know we're not talking about him. Like there's that one lawyer guy like Nick Ricada, and then it was basically outed that he got into like polycules. He had this thing called the Baldo and whatever, and then he had like cocaine in his house, and it was discovered his child had tested positive with cocaine. And that's the situation, like same scenario right there. Like you're a grown fucking adult, you have fucking kids, take care of your fucking kids. Simple fucking concept.
A-logging. A-logs truly are the joy killers.
Like who gives a fuck about your internet fame and all that fucking shit?
Way too seriously and ultimately ruin the party for everyone.
Like
else.
be an adult and do your fucking responsibilities.
Were two of Rich's biggest menaces, the Review Tech Critic and Review Hell USA. Both of these fine Big Cheese enthusiasts made some of the most popular vids tearing into Rich, and they also got the most under his skin. Not only because of the vids, but because their campaigns to go after his sponsors, to get him banned or kicked out of conventions, to dox him.
And maybe that's the next person we should like have.
By the name of Review Hell USA.
Oh yeah, Monday Matt. Oh my god, fucking Monday Matt.
Real name, address,
fucking Yorbo.
businesses, etc. This information won't be released if you comply with our demands. You must make a dedicated video apologizing to the Big Cheese Crusaders for your involvement in this video, and they're referring to this episode of The Verdict I did with Rich from Review Tech a couple of months ago.
Review Hell USA would do petty shit, like find what times Rich would go to the gym so we could call the front desk and tell him some nonsense that would ruin Rich's workout day.
Well, this morning at the gym, I got a prank phone call, and one of the
Oh my
traders
God.
companies said,
So fucking
someone's on the
crazy, this
phone
shit.
named John, and they're saying it's an emergency.
What's that? Hi, there's someone that's currently at your gym, and I was wondering if I could speak to them. It's an emergency.
I just the fact that like they literally called the guys.
This shit had Rich understandably tweaked, a little wrathful if you will. Enough so that he started calling out his detractors for boxing matches.
Hey RTU Critic, let's set
Oh yeah, this stuff right here.
This summer,
Literally going
let's
on
have
like
a
telling people
boxing
like,
match between
I'm
you
gonna
and
box
me.
you,
Have it
fuck.
set up by
I'm gonna show you.
issue with me, man. You got such beef with me. Let's settle in the ring. Oh, and by the way, if you don't come through and he actually sets up the match, you're a pussy.
If the BCC had just stayed away from this type of stuff and focused on just putting up vids exposing Rich, they would have been fine. But they got lost in that Italian sauce and hurt themselves in confusion. As it turned out, Rich's two biggest ops, RTU Critic and Review Hell USA, were the same British nigga on some autistic Richard the Lionheart type crusade.
I think I
against the Italian
like
Sultan.
I already knew back in the day that the RTU critic was Review Hell, just under a different alias. Obviously, the 20 Review Tech USA fails was obviously the one sign right there that this was the same dude. But still, it's like, if you... So it's like, it's just funny that this guy just spent most of his time with the internet fame he had was just to go on, like, go after fucking Review Tech. That shit's just way too fucking funny.
Masucci. When Rich learned this, he tried to give the critic a taste of some A-log karma by counter-doxing him. After Rich came down from his vindictive high, he quickly removed the dox, not only because it wasn't a good look to his audience, but because people didn't believe he had the right guy, and Rich really couldn't prove otherwise. But the RTU critic was exposed by the RTU critic. See, one of those prank calls of his to Rich's gym got recorded. Rich compared the voice to a British YouTuber named 18T220 and found that he sounded a whole lot like the RTU critic.
I'm going to let you compare the voice in the prank call to 1AT220, our buddy Jason from Scotland.
Alright guys, back with another video. This time it's Twitter advice.
Like, how fucking obsessed do you have to be to go on and try to track a YouTuber?
They not only sound similar, they sound exactly the same.
What's more, 18T220 in some autistic spurgout with some dude in his comment section literally doxed himself to show how much of an internet tough guy he was in confirming Rich's dox. But the final nail in the coffin, he put a direct link to his alternate channel that led directly to the RTU Critics channel. And he just forgot he put the link there.
I've got another YouTube channel, guys. If you like videos like this, I'll be uploading them on my other channel only, and then 1AT220 is mainly for CryEngines. Let's click that read more button and see what happens. There's a link. Oh, look at that.
This is actually something I didn't know. That's fucking... Oh my god. Like, maybe he was trying to, like try to troll Rich and whatever, but...
T220, aka Jason Falconer, posted, lead you to the RTU critic.
Just brilliant Anglo IQ on display. Anyway, that was GG's for the RTU critic, and also Review Hell USA. Just about every lolcow on the internet goes to war with their trolls at least once. But Rich is the only one I know who came out on top of this war with his detractors. It was a decisive Review Tech USA victory. But man, ain't it crazy how Rich was able to dox his biggest op that easily? I mean, Rich is a tech guy, sure, but is he really that good of a detective? Well, our guy Rich might have had a little bit of help from a third party. An information technology and security service.
Like, I get it, like, sometimes it takes a while for things to be developed, but still,
and
like...
No, I'm not bullshit.
If you're promoting something, you should have it at launch.
Up with a dude called Shadow's Government. Shit, he didn't just team up.
That I'm not too surprised about, because
he was his channel's
they can, like, make some bullshit like, oh, this chip right here is not can't support AI, but our chip on 15 can support AI. Like stuff like that's not surprising.
Specialized in cyber hacking, and whose logo was somebody's stolen DeviantArt, the Shadow fan art could have done for you that was more valuable than money. Maybe it has something to do with helping to dox your trolls? So about this Shadow's Government dude. If you managed to have gotten him to tell you his real name, he would have told you it was Michael Nusatelli. That would have been a lie. That was the identity he stole from this dude who is a doctor in criminal psychologist. His actual
like, if you trying to sell something and it's like, oh, we're trying to release it later, like, of course people are going to be annoyed, like, hey, you promoted this is the reason I bought the phone, or whatever device I had.
If I were a bad hacker, which I'm not, I'm a white hat hacker, if I were a bad hacker.
And anyone who's been on the internet for a while knows that usually, people who call themselves elite hackers are not elite hackers. In fact, Todd, while trying to find the dox of a guy, somehow ended up getting counter-doxed instead.
Is this Shadow? Is this Todd? Shadow. Shadow who? Shadow. Shadow is your name? Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Is your name Todd?
Is your name who?
Todd. Todd Nisley?
No. No, my name is Tom.
Now I know what you're wondering. Mikey, why do you keep talking about this guy in past tense? Well, that's because he's fucking dead, and he has been since 2017. And ain't that just the luckiest thing that could have happened to Rich? The criminal he used essentially as a mercenary just conveniently dropped
Yes.
dead after helping him drive off his worst trolls from
Like, I'm pretty sure
Now, I'm not saying Rich
the
is
15
overly
could
effective,
handle AI,
but he is one lucky
but I'm pretty
guy.
sure Apple
Rich
is
employed
trying
a
to
shady,
give you
wannabe
stupid
hacker,
reasons to go on and
literal
upgrade to the
felon, got
16
silver hired,
or
and
the
got
16
away
Pro.
with it. There are YouTubers and streamers who've had their careers light up like the challenge.
But even then, the shit's not ready. It's like,
Rich would only learn
wow.
bad lessons from all of this.
You can get this shit ready to go and whatever.
Real quick, we're gonna go through some things that happened throughout the Cheddargate era, because Rich was very busy. I mean, just look at those numbers. Now, a problem for Rich was that while his channel was technically always getting bigger, that YouTube paycheck wasn't showing the same trend. And with the Big Cheese Crusaders going after his sponsors and the adpocalypse hitting, both during this same time.
Yeah. That's the funny thing right there. Like, he would always, like, talk about, like, he would just talk about fucking news when his channel was Review Tech USA, and it was like, yeah, like, why the hell is this guy not talking about tech? Like, he's supposed to, like... I get it, like, he wanted to keep the acronym RTU. But, come on, like, you could have thought something up.
Frame. Rich had to keep finding new ways to bring in more viewers and better monetize his channel. One of those was by starting a podcast with the man, the myth, the nightmare of Zoe Quinn's dreams.
Fucking mundane garble.
Matt and Rich started a show together called The Verdict, where they offered the sharpest cuts.
Like, Monday Matt, holy fuck, this guy is just like... Like, I did watch his content back in the day, because the whole Gamergate stuff, and then this guy was, like, kind of prominent in Gamergate. Like, I did watch his content. And he was just even more of a boring snore. Yeah, he kind of does. But the funny thing about Monday Matt was, like, he had, like, a detractor named Dami Pesos. And even before, like, going out and, like, A-Log and Matt, like, he would just make fun of, like, the Young Turks melting down over the 2016 elections and whatever. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he started, like, making fun of Monday Matt. He made a show called, like, the Soyless Matt Show. Yeah, his drink guy is entertaining. And all Dami Pesos would do was just talk about stuff that Monday Matt would do and just laugh about it. And that dude was, like, legitimately, was mostly funny just because he was, like, from Mexico. Obviously, English was, like, his second language and whatever, and all he just did was just make fun of the guy over in America. And the documentary does bring up Monday Matt later on, and we'll talk about it either tomorrow or today, depending on how far we get into this doc. Because I at least want to get into, like, the an hour in.
He thought, like, he was frisking him, he was filling his pockets, and I guess this guy's dick was so big that he thought that his mushroom tip, like you saw, he was like, he was massaging the tip of his mushroom.
It didn't do the numbers Rich hoped it would, so he just dropped it in early 2016. Now, there was one problem. He'd never told Matt that he was dropping the show because of the numbers. He didn't phone this nigga, didn't text him, didn't Skype him, whatever. Bro just quiet quit the podcast without ever saying anything. As we can see, Rich is still handling his business partnerships like a pro. So the podcast didn't work out, but that's fine. Rich had another plan. He was going to get rid of those flaky ass third-party sponsors that kept dropping him all together
Patreon.
And start a Patreon. He has to run this by his audience because he's a little bit of a bitch and is dead.
Real quick, what you guys would do if I started up a
Patreon?
Patreon?
Stop him from being greedy. He just doesn't like being seen as greedy. So first he's like, yeah, I'm not doing a Patreon. Something I found out left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I don't want to be associated with that. But then, not even 2 weeks later, he's like, Review Tech USA is now on Patreon.
Because I'll tell you, I won't start up a Patreon because I technically kind of have a Patreon with the memberships.
The very next day, because a sponsor he really wanted just happened to hit him up as soon as he launched his Patreon page. Well, that's a really weird coincidence, Rich. He leaves it alone until January 2016, where he brings it up again.
I remember that happening like a couple months back, and like 8-Bit Eric's not wrong. Like I remember him, all he told him was to go out and take care of his fucking kids. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Like I probably need to ask Dookie of how he came up with this merch, or who he went through to make merch. But we'll see. Like obviously that's something I need to go out and do research on.
People keep asking me about a Patreon. I don't know. Maybe I'll set up a passive one and not mention it. Unlikely though.
Yeah, like that would be something that would be cool. Like figuring out the merch stuff.
Fans, because when Rich threw up a poll about if his fans wanted him to start a Patreon or not, the pro Patreon side got blown into the fucking shadow realm. Rich once again talks about how he just wants to replace his third-party sponsors with a Patreon. You know, because his fans hate him. Not because they keep dropping them, because of gay ops by the Big Cheese Crusaders, and because the adpocalypse of 2017 fucked AdSense up for everybody. But no, it's because his fans don't like him. Finally, he says, I'm probably not even going to start a Patreon, but still, this topic perplexes the dick out of me. Okay, so Rich's fans say they don't want him to start a Patreon, and he says he's not going to start one. But
and then he still tries to make a Patreon. This is so fucking funny.
Damn, he wants to start a Patreon. But because he's so afraid of being called out as a grifter, he can't bring himself to do that. So what does he do? Well, one day Keemstar puts out a video talking
yeah,
shit
that'll be interesting right there. Just like
YouTubers with Patreons being really greedy.
Because the one thing I want to do that I keep on talking about wanting to do is like draw more poses for my avatar, which I haven't done yet, and that's just because I'm lazy.
And this wasn't a high IQ reverse psychology play from Keemstar where he was.
And definitely for sure, if I like start wanting to draw more and whatever.
No, Keem wasn't.
I would definitely like go out and like either me holding the Erdrick sword or something like that.
Rich persisted. Why? Because he was trying to provoke Keemstar. Because he wanted some E-drama where he and Keem could get into a little.
But yeah, that's more so like, oh, I'll figure that out when I'm working on it. Because I'm like that kind of guy where I'm like,
the wave at the moment. And Rich knew
like if I figure out something right in the middle of it, like okay, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out a solution.
Launch his Patreon page with little to no controversy, and this is
exactly
what happened.
But on record, I haven't thought about the merch yet. But still, that'll be something interesting for me to do.
Which, spoiler alert, I'm not. To manipulate this to work for me to get people to want to donate to my Patreon.
And that's the other thing, like when it comes down, like I know I don't really, I'm bringing up Stack out nowhere. Missed opportunity to not like go on and make the official Stack Chief jacket. Like he'd probably be making bank on people who want to go on and buy the Stack Chief hoodie.
People would talk shit to you, tell you to get a real job. Same exact thing would have happened, right? But then
that'd be funny.
You see Keemstar bashing Patreon with big YouTubers that did not. You don't make $10,000 a month. I wasn't talking about you, and you know what? You probably knew I wasn't talking about you, but
no,
you saw an opportunity.
Yeah, he doesn't have merch. I don't think he has merch. You know what? Let's actually look that up. Let's see if Stack Chief has merch. Stack Chief. Yeah, he doesn't have merch. But still, like I said, this opportunity to not go on and make the official Stack Chief hoodie. Like I'm pretty damn sure people would go out and like say, yeah, I want to go out and buy that merch.
Rich, I thought we already settled this. Why are you coming back, right? And I tell you, hey, look, I know what you're doing. I tell you, Rich.
I get the logistics is all like a headache to deal with, but
I already knew that you wanted this to be a thing.
But you can definitely make it work.
Without having to beg, and if you can create some controversy here, and you can upload a video saying, "Oh, Keemstar's a hypocrite," then you can promote your Patreon without begging.
As a matter of fact, before I got into the
I remember this. I think this is the first time I like got myself exposed to Keemstar was when he was debating Rich. I think I saw a Keemstar video before then, but no. But this is really when I knew about Keemstar.
That he wasn't going to start a Patreon.
Rich, look it. You said just a little while ago that you're not going to be making a Patreon.
Yeah.
Are you 100% you're not going to be making a Patreon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like
there it is.
And
Like, I think that's the one
Patreon
thing for most of
campaign
these
that I'm doing
people who make merch.
is
Like,
something that
they
I
just
probably should have
throw a
started
shirt, they make a
some
mug or
years
whatever,
ago,
and
but I was afraid to. But ever since Apocalypse,
Rich said he was going to use this Patreon.
and anytime they
to
like
live up
people
to
go
his
on and
namesake
show
and
merch,
actually review some
like I always
titles.
have, and they talk about how it's a better product and whatever, and like I always have to question it.
2018. Now, Rich swears he had actually over-delivered on his Patreon pledges.
With the stream guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but yeah,
if
if you
I
definitely
want
make
to
something
put it
like
on there.
that's
I
enticing,
don't know if I want to do that.
then yeah,
'cause I
people are
feel
gonna go on and buy the merch.
I would be.
But I think like most big YouTubers just have the idea like if 10% of their audience goes on and buys merch, they've already.
Didn't stop him from putting his nose in.
Oh yeah, that's.
But Mikey, that's what you do. Of course, it's what I do. But unlike a true drama whore like myself, Rich doesn't do it for the love of the game. No, he does it out of pure self-interest, like during the BetterHelp scandal of 2018, where a lot of content.
Oh yeah, BetterHelp.
Over the coals for shilling BetterHelp.
That's another thing
gig therapy app that was less about
that probably
providing
helped me a bit.
therapy,
Like
more about gathering
because I remember
to be sold. Rich brought
I
it
remember
upon
the
himself
kill
to
stream
fight
like
in
making a huge
defense of
deal
these
about the
shills.
whole
So this is a
BetterHelp
video
stuff.
that
And it's kind of funny
needs
that
to
Ethan
be
Ralph
made.
is now like
Things need to be said
like mentally fucked
that
nowadays.
I feel that other content creators in the YouTube community are afraid to say, even though they should be said, because they are afraid of the backlash. So due to this company BetterHelp seeming sketchy,
Well, first off, I need to
surface,
figure out a way of getting
on
the
surface
casino's attention. Get
research. A lot of YouTubers who
get
promote
Andy and
events,
PPP
such
to
as
nose me.
Franco, Shane Dawson, Boogie
Like maybe if I go on and make
are
fun of Nick
going
Mercado
through
or
a
make fun of
world crap right now from
or make fun
other
of Sticks,
YouTubers
maybe they'll
who
come out and
have
nose me. But
promoted BetterHelp.
we'll
But
see.
I
We'll see.
think that other people are overthinking how much these content creators thought about the BetterHelp sponsorship. I really do.
That's because Rich is a shill himself. Rich loves shilling. You can call him a shill sexual. This is the guy who sponsored fucking Candid back in 2016, a social media app that claimed to support free speech through anonymous discussions, but turned out to be a Trojan app that.
But still,
data-mined
those two
Wi-Fi
guys, Andy and PPP, I would definitely be down to like
even your
hop onto their
contact
show.
Damn, I wonder why Rich felt the need to defend the BetterHelp shills. Maybe it's because he knew he was guilty of the same shit and wanted to destigmatize YouTubers pushing malware and scams onto their audience for an easy lick.
Now, you want to hear something interesting? I saw that about a year ago, BetterHelp actually emailed me with a sponsorship opportunity. And on the surface, like I said, man, the service seems...
And sort of related, like a couple days ago, I was like watching like a compilation video of Mr. Medicare making fun of Boogie 2988, and the video starts with was him on the kill stream talking about BetterHelp, and Ethan Ralph was there, I think Sedan was there, Gator was there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And also Trojan's another can of worms, because apparently like people were shilling that social app service, and then it was later revealed that it was basically meant to go on and collect data on people.
To go to an office,
kind of crazy when
I
you think
probably
about it.
would have taken them as a sponsor, to be quite honest with you, and I would have made the same mistake that Shane Dawson made, that Boogie made, that Phil DeFranco made, and I wouldn't have checked the terms of service.
But by far
But yeah.
the worst thing in 2018 that
But yeah, the other thing is that I'm thinking about like repivoting my videos rather than just being like more like old professional, whatever. I'm just gonna like go off the cuff and like talk and be chill and maybe make some fun of some YouTubers here and there. Still gonna be focused on Dragon Quest, of course, but
your recording history on YouTube. So if you didn't do it, it should have nothing in it.
now I get to talk about this. I remember this when this happened. Oh yeah, Boogie is not that big of a like. I mean, like the whole faking cancer stuff or whatever. That's fucked right there. But like, I mean, and I know there's that whole documentary of Boogie. Maybe that'll be another video we'll watch. But this situation right here, like I remember waking up the next day and I looked at my phone and I saw Monday Matt trending on Twitter. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I see a video about about him like unveiling that he went on and flagged a bunch of people on YouTube, including Dami Pesos. And Keemstar was there. The Quartering was there, which the Quartering's also getting some few controversies just today. And when it like really, and when he revealed his flagging history, I was like, damn, this guy who talks about free speech, talking about not wanting to censor people, and the reason why he got so big in the first place was because he got censored by Zoe Quinn, is out here censoring people as well. It's pretty fucked when you think about it.
Correct.
Okay, let me take a look at this here in a second.
No, you're taking way too long, Matt. You're guilty as fuck. Take a screenshot.
But yeah,
We wanna see what you
2018
reported, all right?
was like
Stop fucking around.
was
It's
the
been
most
like
fun when it came down to this particular section of YouTube.
lying. You're such a fucking snake. And
And then nowadays it's just people talking about like DEI and woke stuff and whatever. I was like, I just loved when there was blood sports in this stuff.
But nothing
Because I guess people are very attracted to this kind of drama.
I have been in not the best place mentally.
Oh my god.
Now, when Rich got wind of this, the thing that bothered him wasn't that Matt had been flippantly abusing YouTube's copyright system to attack people whose only infractions were hurting his feelings. He wasn't even upset that Matt had embarrassed himself and destroyed his already stagnant YouTube career. No, he was pissed off that niggas now had a surefire way of checking for flagged behavior.
Yeah, I missed this era. I missed 2018, 2019. That was fun.
Reported Anna Doyle. I'm not showing any reports. I didn't report him, but I'm not showing any reports. So there you go. That's your answer. I'm not even. I knew that was going to happen now, because now that everyone knows that you can see YouTube reports,
A day when
that's going to be the new trend on
when people
YouTube
were talking
to
about
keep the drama trade flowing.
Why would
all the
this
stuff
bother
here,
Rich so much
they were
that
talking.
the general public
You had
now
Mr.
knew
Medicare
about
making
him
his funny
to check
videos.
someone's report history. Well, during another live stream encounter with Keemstar on Andy Worski's Warpath, Keem made an offer with Rich. They could finally break bread and make peace with each other if Rich just showed his report history. For whatever reason, Rich agreed to this.
So yeah, some were deleted. Deleted.
Some were deleted.
Alright, so,
Those were probably from like 5 fucking years ago.
all right, so review tag sexually assaulted someone. Yes.
They're both equally cringe in my opinion. But if I had to choose one, probably Rich, because Rich has a history of doing this shit. And it's just like, come on, like take the L.
Control response video.
Really, Rich? Slander?
Like if George was doing it,
Struck were all
okay, whatever. He's probably trying to set up for a legal argument in
one of
court.
these videos is.
And obviously he can't say anything other what his lawyers tell him.
I think
But if it's Rich, when we know that he's open to talk about all this random
like,
shit,
you guys should give me $1 to my Patreon. I can't pay my bills. My fiance had to get a job. Like, that's
it's kind of
not
like,
sub's problem.
like this is your problem, right? This is the problem right here. You always constantly get yourself into these situations.
And I don't know if I could do this anymore. I don't know if I could play this game anymore, because it's just not supporting my channel. And this kind of nonsense that I'm dealing with isn't going to pay the bills. If you want to continue to see news stories like the one I uploaded today, I have a Patreon. I ask for no more than $1 a month.
Damn,
how much it takes?
They took
So
what
about, like,
you said verbatim.
3
and
minutes.
contrasted that with another thing you said verbatim that made you look like a fucking hypocrite. Are you slandering yourself, Rich? This isn't even that hard to do. Like, why?
Yeah, he's feeling for the Patreon again.
You can't have it both ways. Rich
Oh,
people want to have it both ways.
I didn't expect fucking Rich DSP to show up now.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
The gap between those two clips was 8 minutes. I've watched a lot of review tech detractor content from this era, and this is what most of these videos are like. Just pointing out how Rich is a hypocrite who lies, manipulates, and gaslights.
That's my experience watching these videos.
Or to get away with shit. It's what the Blackbuster critic, who also got flagged when he took shots at Rich, was doing. It's also what a guy called the 1316 Killer probably
Oh my
Rich's
god, the
biggest
1316 killer.
non-Big Cheese Crusader
This guy was
discovery
also
up
pretty
until
funny. Like,
recently.
all he just did was load up videos on his fucking Wii U and A-logged all these fucking people. No, that dude was like legit fucking funny. Like, obviously he kind of acted like a fucking lookout. But it was, at least it was like fucking funny.
Subscribers. I will crush this guy who's nothing on YouTube by all of my subscribers that have a circle jerk with their head up my ass going to his channel and just pour forth freaking hate in the
I guess like
comment section.
the fact that the way he A-logged people was literally like watching videos on his fucking Wii U. Maybe that's kind of like the locale thing right there. Because I mean, the Wii U was dog shit console.
Because what I'm doing is reverse psychology. What I'm doing is I'm telling the kid.
But definitely like not like the worst case of a locale. Like your boogies, like your fucking Chris Chans.
Or put his hand in the fucking cookie jar. That's exactly why I'm saying it.
Ah, so you can make 400 fucking videos and streams about DK Oldies, Quantum TV, the quartering, and DSP, but somebody does that to you, then it's a problem? Well, that problem solved itself for Rich, because Killer's channel mysteriously
Actually, we have like 2 more minutes on this.
and he got doxxed.
So let me get this straight. Rich cries when he gets doxxed, but likes it when it happens to other people. What a hypocritical piece of shit. There's Review Tech USA himself.
Obviously,
on
fucking
Twitter
Christian, like,
with 50 retweets and
because
106
Christian,
likes.
if you just look up his documentaries,
The state that
like
I
all the
live
stuff
in
he's done is
gives
just like,
out my last name,
yeah, that's
next
fucked
to
right
my
there.
first name,
And of course, what he did to his
just
mom
giving out
is,
my information.
we're not gonna say it here, but
Comment section of this now deleted video
if you know, you know.
channel swore up and down it wasn't him.
But if we're talking,
The screenshot was faked
but
and doctored. Maybe it
but that's
was,
just because of how
but
Chris is.
somebody found
But then when you
the
look at someone like Review Tech,
and we know
like
that
you,
Rich
you
has
can make the
worked
argument that yeah,
with
this guy's the
Dr.
worst locale in comparison.
And we know there's a pattern of channels that are anti-RTU mysteriously disappearing off YouTube.
Like at least Rich in some cases is cognitive.
That is a dude who has put out my personal information. Put out and honestly, I wasn't even though I did flag him once, I wasn't even the one who got his channel taken down.
But hey, who really knows? Despite doing the exact same thing his buddy Mundane Matt did, Rich didn't get the same fate as Matt, who faced the internet equivalent of an ISIS-style execution for committing
Yeah,
YouTube harassment.
that's literally what happened to Matt.
Pretty much blew over for Rich. Again, imagine if just once Rich had to seriously suffer consequences for his actions, how the future might have been different for him. He might have avoided suffering a fate worse than Mundane Matt's.
All right, we're gonna save the rest of this for tomorrow. Where's the watch later button? Oh, I'll keep a mental tab on this. But anyways, tomorrow we're gonna finish up the rest of the Review Tech doc. Yeah, that's kind of the plan right there. I'm gonna try to do more off-script videos, just having fun doing that kind of stuff, and like I want to do more of those webcam, those cam recorded videos where I show off my collection, just talk about random facts about that stuff. I want to do more of that, and also I do want to make those videos on YouTubers and shoot the shit. Like I want to do more of that, but also alongside watching the rest of the Review Tech doc, I do want to go out and watch this right here with you guys. This fucking Chris Boers, the irate gamer, going out and testing out the Sonic 2 medallion. That's gonna be a fun one right there. And then maybe like tomorrow we'll also play some games, probably do some Dragon Quest stuff. But yeah, this is probably what I'm gonna pivot my channel to, where I do some live streams, make fun of YouTubers or whatever, play some Dragon Quest games, and then also make videos talking about Dragon Quest, talking about some games I own, whatever. I think this is gonna be the direction of That's Royale, where it's gonna be more personal. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about random stuff that I like. Because I do want to evolve to move beyond Dragon Quest. Like, I also can talk about Dragon Quest. But I also want to do more of these fun videos where we look at YouTubers being locals and whatever. Or hell, even sit down and watch the whole Chris Chan documentary. See if Yuji Horii went on. Yeah, nothing new from Yuji Horii. But yeah, I think you guys will enjoy what's to come and on the channel with the live streams and what have you. So yeah, we'll be live streaming tomorrow. We'll be finishing up the Review Tech Talk. We'll start watching the Sonic Chew medallion from good old Chris Spores, the Irate Gamer. And then I'll try to get a video recorded next week and have that uploaded. But yeah, it'll be fun. And if I'm not lazy, I'll also try to go on and clip some of this stuff onto my channel. But anyways, I have to get going. It was fun chatting with you guys. It was fun talking about the stuff earlier this morning, and then just sitting down and watch the Review Tech Doc. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Take care.